Now on CoastTV News.
It's a chilly start with temperatures in the 30s. We've got a chilly rain breaking out and maybe some snowflakes early today, and then a taste of spring later today into midweek with a yellow alert day for Wednesday. I'll track the temperatures, rain, and wind on Futurecast next.
And debate after plans to fix the ever-evolving Kings Highway corridor. Why some business owners are outraged by what's to come. Voting down early voting, why some Democrats are now speaking out after Delaware Superior Court struck down laws to expand early voting. And averting a partial government shutdown, what's expected to come out of today as Biden and U.S. leaders are meeting to discuss that and aid for Ukraine.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us during our 6 o'clock hour. I'm Paige Marley. If you hate the cold, don't be too bummed out. If you see a little frost this morning, temperatures are warming up this week, but also be prepared. It's not the perfect morning. Some rain today. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy joins us with a look at your forecast. Bob, you just looked outside in Milton, saw a couple raindrops falling from the sky.
We've got like a hodgepodge of things going on this morning, Paige. A little bit of frost, a little bit of rain, maybe a snowflake too. So it's an active morning. We're seeing a lot of green on the radar. Just looked outside of our studio in Milton, and there is some rain shower activity here near Highway 9. So up in this area, you might need that umbrella. Some little heavier showers, but lighter showers towards Millsboro, Gumboro. We've got a few showers as well around the Salisbury area. And it's possible maybe some snowflakes mixing in as well. Eastern Shore also seeing some cold rain showers. This is a little disturbance that will slide through the next couple of hours, and then it'll be gone, and then we'll start our warm up. But inland areas certainly cold enough to support some snowflakes, but mainly rain showers. Lower 40s along the coast as we do have a southwesterly breeze. So it's feeling like low to mid 30s, kind of raw out there this morning. So we'll see those morning showers or snow flurries then ending in the next couple of hours. Here's 7:30, looking at temperatures in the 30s, mid 40s by 9:30, mid 50s shortly before noon, then upper 50s, and I'm thinking lower 60s as we go into the 3 o'clock hour. So looking really nice once we get through the rain, and the rain should be ending around 7 a.m., otherwise drying out and warming up. And we'll continue that warm-up process. More on that and a yellow alert day for Wednesday coming up in just a bit.
Rob, thank you. Happening today, there will be a public workshop at Cape Henlopen High School on DelDOT's 5 Points project. The hybrid meeting will give people the opportunity to hear about the progress. The project's promising safer intersections and better paths for biking and walking. Officials will also be sharing updates on other transportation around the 5 Points area. This workshop will take place from 6 to 8 p.m. Also happening today, Rehoboth Beach working with DelDOT to build sidewalks in the city. According to the city, the project is scheduled to begin along State Road, and then it's expected to take around 3 weeks to build sidewalks from School Lane to Stokely Street extended. The city says a schedule of this project has been sent to Rehoboth homeowners. Ocean City's mayor and city council are calling for proposals from qualified vendors for the Convention Center Life Safety Improvements Project. This project is to add safety upgrades to the Convention Center. Now, the town says interested parties can obtain bid documents from the town's procurement department. Those final bids are due today. DelDOT has some big plans to fix the ever-evolving Kings Highway corridor, but some business owners are outraged. The current ideas are to add 5 roundabouts from Dartmouth Drive to the Freeman Highway Bridge, as well as some bike and walking lanes. But one business owner says the new layout of the road would force drivers to pass his store unless they wanted to make a U-turn and come back around.
When you get to this stretch of the road, we are completely cut off. So we become the collateral damage in this project. And we're raising the alarm because we support a lot of families, our businesses. We have a lot of local folks who work here. There's a lot of jobs tied up in here. And we think we're an important part of the community, and we do not want to be lost.
The Kings Highway Corridor project is still in the design and planning phase. DelDOT is hoping to begin the first phase of construction in 2028. Now, DelDOT says given the increasing traffic volume, it does not want drivers making turns across traffic. So in direct response to the brush factory's concerns, DelDOT says, quote, "It will generally take equal or less time to make that U-turn movement rather than wait for an acceptable gap to make a left turn," end quote. Well, Delaware Superior Court has struck down laws to expand early voting and permanent absentee voting in the first state. It was in 2022, the state's GOP chair, Jane Brady, argued that the legislation violated Delaware's constitution, which says voting must happen on a specific day. This weekend, a number of Democrat politicians spoke out against the court's ruling, saying early and absentee votes let more people access the ballot box. Delaware's presidential primary scheduled for April 2nd, the state primary scheduled for September 10th. The Fenwick Island Town Council unanimously passed its comprehensive plan for 2024. This after the town's been working on this plan for 2 years, and it covers everything from street safety to beach and dunes, coastal flooding, community development, and more. The town says finalizing it is a big step for the town's future.
Obviously, making sure that our business community remains vibrant, our residential community remains a family-friendly, and that's the overriding, sort of pathway for Fenwick, is that we remain a family-friendly, centered destination for folks.
And the comprehensive plan will now be sent to Governor Carney's desk for approval. Well, DenRec hosting a free webinar to introduce a program that helps Delawareans install natural barriers called Living Shorelines. The program aims to protect property against erosion and flood impacts. It also offers financial support to property owners in certain areas to use materials like native plants and oyster shells to safeguard their shorelines. This webinar is set for Wednesday. The Sussex Preservation Coalition, it's a group dedicated to protecting the environment and open space, will be hosting a special public session on the Cool Spring Crossing development proposal. This project is a 637-acre multi-use development planned for Route 9 and Cool Spring Road near Milton. The Preservation Coalition says Cool Spring Crossing, with thousands of homes, a YMCA, and more, would be bad for traffic, nature, and people's way of life. Though Cool Springs Crossing marketing firm says it's actually preserving thousands of acres. This all comes after a Sussex County hearing on the proposal was postponed due to some concerns over time to review the ordinance. The session will take place at 7 p.m. February 29th at the Lewis Public Library. We're going to take a live look now at our nation's capital. Lawmakers will be there today as Senate back in session, and representatives, those are due back Wednesday after a recess. Lawmakers are returning to a high-stakes to-do list with a tight deadline. Parts of the federal government could shut down this week, and the White House says Ukraine is so low on funding that they're running out of ammunition. Amy Kiley shows us what officials are set to discuss.
Putin gains every day that Ukraine does not get the resources it needs.
The White House says President Joe Biden is meeting with top congressional leaders in both parties tomorrow. The clock is ticking to avoid a partial government shutdown Friday. Biden also wants the House to pass a Senate bill that has $60 billion for Ukraine. Without it, some argue
that millions of people have been killed, will be killed.
President Zelensky's comment that many people will die as a result of this delay in aid, we're already starting to see that along the front line.
But House Speaker Mike Johnson is under pressure to block a vote on Ukraine aid. Former President Donald Trump says he opposes the funding, and GOP hardliners insist Democrats meet all their immigration demands first.
Do you really want to forget the lessons of the Second World War?
Despite Republican critics, the Senate bill appears to have enough bipartisan support to pass in the House. Now, some Democrats are threatening to use a discharge petition to get it on the floor. That requires a majority, so they'd need a handful of Republicans willing to defy their own speaker and presidential frontrunner.
That's a very bulky way to try to pass a bill.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, we're just getting started on Coast TV News today at 6. Coming up, a fire in Salisbury overnight that blew through this home that you're seeing on your screen. We're telling you early details officials are releasing. And celebrating culture, we're telling you everything that happened at the first ever Hispanic Wellness and Culinary Expo this weekend in Georgetown. And AT&T addressed that outage that impacted so many customers last week. We'll tell you what the company is now offering. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Get your camera ready to snap QR codes that reveal big savings during Toyota's President's Event, where special low APR financing can mean thousands in savings on a growing number of in-stock trucks, including half-ton Tundras with 4.99% APR, or off-road ready Tacomas with low 3.99% APR. Visit buyatoyota.com to find President's Event deals on your favorite vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Draper Media is seeking a passionate field correspondent for our daily and commercially driven lifestyle and entertainment show, Coast Life. You'll provide live coverage, produce pre-recorded programs, and maintain a strong digital presence. Candidates must have a dynamic on-air personality, be innovative, and show versatility while working with our clients. Learn more and apply today at drapermediajobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Villa Sorrento invites you and your family to join us for some of Delmarva's best authentic Italian cuisine. Experience the aroma of warm bread served at your table in a cozy atmosphere. Try seafood pescatore or pasta with grandma's gravy. Our New York-style pizza and strombolis are a local's favorite. Top it off with cocktails, wine, and dessert. So for great food, good wine, great friends, good times, Villa Sorrento. That's amore. That's a nice.
Welcome to the Ride Home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day, you pick the songs on the High Five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
It is a mainly cloudy and chilly Monday morning. We're looking at our Bay Health Cam, northern Sussex County and Milford, cloudy skies, and we are seeing on and off showers out there right now. Had them earlier in Milton. I think we're seeing the rain in some of the deeper green colors. That extends back into Salisbury as well. And the Eastern Shore also seeing some showers, but this will be a short-lived event as the system continues to move on through, and the rain will only continue for a couple more hours. Cold enough for maybe some snowflakes inland with temperatures in the 30s, lower 40s along the coast. If you're going for a run, you'll be dodging some raindrops this morning, temperatures in the 40s, but then warming into the 50s by late morning into early afternoon, and then winding up near 60 later on.
Thank you so much. Well, 24 Starlink satellites were launched to low Earth orbit by SpaceX on Sunday. SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket carrying those satellites from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. Video so cool there. This was for the 13th flight for the first stage booster supporting this mission. Drivers in Milford, be advised there is scheduled road work beginning today. We're going to show you that area on your screen. This is happening on North Washington Street between Northeast Front Street and Northeast 2nd Street. DelDOT says workers will be there to upgrade pedestrian connections and install new pavement patching, along with removing the brick crosswalk on that street. That work will go through March 1st, and detours will be posted. Also, a road closure in Georgetown. Johnson Road is closed between Anderson Corner and Simpler Branch Roads. This closure is expected to go through March 1st. According to DelDOT, this closure is to allow for the installation of a crossroad pipe. A detour is in place to guide drivers toward Anderson Corner Road and Route 5. AT&T reimbursing customers for Thursday's network outage. Maybe you experienced this. Tens of thousands of customers last Thursday dealt with error messages or no service connection. AT&T says it will now be issuing a $5 credit to potentially impacted wireless customers, which it says is the average cost of a full day of service. The Federal Communications Commission says it is still investigating this incident. Credit card debt in the U.S. is surging. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says credit card debt has hit a new high of $1.1 trillion from October through just December. But some economists say the debt level is not as alarming as it may seem, actually. They also say workers are still commanding robust wage gains, the stock market is on pretty solid footing, and any attitude toward the economy has improved in the recent months. Still to come this morning, food and fun happened at the first ever Hispanic Wellness and Culinary Expo in Georgetown. We'll tell you why this event was so important for that community.
And we're seeing brightening skies on our Boardwalk Plaza cam right now, and we'll be dodging some raindrops this morning for a couple of hours. Then a big warm up today into midweek, and then we've got a yellow alert day for Wednesday. That's for wind and rain. I'll have all the details on Futurecast after the break.
Cheers to 50 years of the Players. Here's to the jaw-dropping Eagles, 60-foot birdies,
better than most,
and that one pesky seagull. Here's to making an entrance, making a statement,
it's not a shot you practice,
and making a splash. All at the PGA Tour's gold standard, the Players Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
It's now 6:16. We're going to take a live look right now at Milford. Bob, rain coming down on a lot of parts of Delmarva. I don't think I see much there in Milford, but it could also just be because that camera's pretty far away. But you did also let us know it's kind of just a mix of things this morning. You were like, maybe an umbrella, maybe just a raincoat, maybe just run really fast to your car.
I know it's really kind of touch and go. You know, by the time you deploy the umbrella, you know, you might already just run to your car and, just maybe pop your hood on, because we are seeing the hit and miss showers. And you can track those showers on our Coast TV weather app. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. We've got interactive radar there, and we've got clouds and radar here. And we are seeing some of these showers moving through around Lewis, back to Milton, Bridgeville, into the Seaford area, especially in the deeper green colors. I think that's where we're seeing some of that light rain. Also the case down near the state line of Delaware into Maryland, around Salisbury, seeing some of those showers. And the back edge of this disturbance, I think, with some rain along the eastern shore. As all of this is moving from west to east, it'll be in here for the next couple of hours, and then it's out of here. Then I think we'll start to decrease the clouds. There is some drier air, or we have a gap where we will see some sunshine, and then temperatures really warm up later today. It is cold enough to support maybe some snow flurries with some of those rain showers this morning. Upper 30s inland, lower 40s along the coast, and we have a southerly breeze right now around 5 to 10 miles per hour, so the feels like temperatures in the 30s. So we will see some of those showers, maybe a snowflake this morning for the next couple of hours. We'll see the clouds, and then they'll start to thin out. Mid-morning, we're in the 40s, mid-50s by noon, and then we're in the 50s and low 60s. This is more like it by this afternoon as the southwest winds kick in. And through the overnight with clouds and a breeze, we're looking at temperatures not as cold as they have been. By morning, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 40s. How about that? And then 50s, and then by the afternoon, more clouds and showers and temperatures really warming up, and the breeze is really kicking in as the rain starts to kick in Tuesday night. Look at these winds really ramping up by Tuesday evening, 25 to 30 miles per hour, maybe over 40 miles per hour as we go into Wednesday, maybe some places close to 50 miles per hour. Then we'll see a cold front swing through. Then we'll see a strong northwesterly wind as we'll see showers become a little heavier as we go into Wednesday evening. As we're looking at a cold front swinging through, we could get some rumbles of thunder with this front and a burst of heavy rain as well. And then this is off the coast as we go into Thursday morning. Could see maybe about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain as we go into your Wednesday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 60 today, 65 on Tuesday with a few showers. Wednesday is the yellow alert day for the rain, thunder, and wind later in the day with a high of 67. Colder Thursday and Friday, upper 40s, and then next weekend, a few more showers, 57 Saturday, and then 61 on Sunday as we settle into more of a spring-like pattern.
Much, Bob. Don't forget, Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page. For all the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions, visit and follow our new page. Head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan the QR code that's right there on your screen to stay connected with us. If you're a family living in the Milford School District, definitely want to listen up. The district is set to host a Parenting for Resilience information session. It's on Wednesday at the Milford High School. It's open to all district families, and the event will offer insight into social-emotional learning and strategies for building resilience. There will also be a discussion about student expectations within the school system. This initiative aims to equip parents with the tools necessary to support their children's success in and out of the classroom. If you're a veteran, or maybe someone with a veteran in your life, you may be interested in the latest VA updates in Delaware. On Thursday, there's going to be a veteran town hall meeting in Millsboro where you can hear from the U.S. Veteran Affairs leadership on updates for the state. They're going to be covering health care for veterans and will have resources available for veterans. All of this will be happening at the American Legion Post 28, beginning at 5 p.m. This weekend, the Cheer Community Center in Georgetown hosted a Hispanic Wellness and Culinary Expo. Delaware Health and Social Services, BB Healthcare, Delaware Breast Coalition, and more were there to be part of the event that welcomed around 100 people. There were also entertainment for kids, such as face painting and children's characters. The volunteer program director at Cheer explains why this event is so important.
So it's breaking barriers with the Spanish-speaking community, so they come out and feel comfortable, and so they could see that there is literature in Spanish, there is bilingual people at these agencies, and we're here to help.
This is the first expo for the Hispanic community at the Cheer Community Center in Georgetown, and hopefully one of many to come. Well, coming up on Coast TV News today, a blaze blowing through this home. We're showing you what firefighters in Salisbury dealt with overnight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
On the next Tamron Hall. Guess what? It's our spring beauty bar show! We're going to step into some of the biggest beauty trends, from your hair to your skin. Wow! This treatment has gone viral. Your hair looks amazing. Plus, are you ready for it? We've got giveaways. Yes, you at home can win them too. Oh my goodness. Find out how on the next Tamron Hall.
Monday at 3 on Coast TV.
Why'd you have to strike that match? It set my world on fire.
I'm giving up on love, 'cause love's giving up on me.
Gonna sound like a winner when I lay you down and love you right. Yeah, that's my kind of night.
Won't stay right here all night. If the good roads will like creek, we'll rise.
1039 and 1063. We're local, we're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Look at my shoe. They're scuffed. I look like a school administrator.
Show me what you got. It's real now.
Mind if I take my dress off?
I do not.
I am a human chill pill.
As someone who took chill pills in the 80s, you need a new dealer.
Show me what you got. Didn't you always say we should be honest about who we are?
Within the family, yes. But to outsiders, it's a lifetime of deception.
Night Court and Extended Family, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Look at this! The Jennifer Hudson Show is at it again. Surprising an incredible kid with their celebrity inspiration. But who will it be? Season of surprises! Plus, Derek Huff is back.
Monday at 2 on Coast TV.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
New this morning, a fire in Salisbury kept firefighters busy last night. You can see the extent of that fire right now on your screen. According to the Salisbury Fire Department, first responders tackled a blaze at a home on East Church Street a little after 8 p.m. last night. The fire was shooting out of the windows at that home. The good news right now, though, there are no reports of injuries as of right now. Happening today, people in Camden will hear the results of the town's most recent election. According to the town, the election for a new town mayor and one council seat took place over the weekend. The candidates for mayor were Larry Doutry and Fleur McDonnell. The town says that officials will be announcing the results this morning at Town Hall. That'll take place at 9 a.m. Happening today as well, people fishing in Maryland's Atlantic Ocean, the bays, or the rivers can only catch 30 scup a day, and each one must be at least 9 inches long. According to Maryland's Fishing and Boating Services, this rule helps keep the scup fish population healthy. It applies to everyone fishing for scup for fun. In Berlin, a date's been set for the next presentation about the town's strategic plan. In January, the town held 2 different listening sessions for locals to share their ideas for the future of Berlin. Salisbury University's Business, Economic, and Community Outreach Network helped out with the aim of developing an action plan of projects and initiatives. The next presentation about the strategic plan and its progress will be today at the mayor and council meeting at 7 p.m. Worcester Health, they're rolling out its Healthy Lifestyle Balance program. It begins this spring. This program is aimed at empowering locals to combat chronic diseases through improved nutrition, weight management, and stress reduction. It launches March 27th at the Ocean Pines Library, and this free program offers a year-long opportunity to adopt and maintain healthy habits through individual coaching and group support. To register for this program, you can call the Worcester County Health Department. It's time now for another look at your forecast as we bring back in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. Bob, you're working with a mix of things today, wind, snow, rain, but maybe even warming temperatures this week.
A little bit of everything, kind of a hodgepodge page as we have some frost this morning. We've got some rain and maybe even some wet snowflakes, but that system moves out in the next couple of hours. And then by this afternoon, that rain will be a distant memory as we're looking at partly cloudy skies, 60 around Georgetown and Laurel, 58 in Seaford, a little cooler along the coast. For the eastern shore, we're looking at 57 in Cambridge, maybe 60 for Easton and Federalsburg, and then farther south, 60 in Salisbury, 58 Pocomoke City, but colder right along the coast, the lower 50s from Chincoteague to Ocean City. Even warmer temperatures are on the way the next couple of days, and a yellow alert for Wednesday for rain and wind. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Bob, thank you so much. Also coming up after the break, we have an update in the case of the robocalls that sounded like President Biden discouraging people from voting in the New Hampshire primary. We're telling you who's now taking responsibility for issuing those calls. And candidates look to the lakes. We're telling you the results of the South Carolina primaries and what can be expected for the next ones in Michigan. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
With this open floor plan, I can really stretch my hamstrings. Feel the burn, Hammy. I could really go for a snack right now. No! Keep exploring. One small step for man, one giant roll for Hammy. So many bedrooms. Never skip leg day. With all this room to run, I feel like the belle of the ball. Hammy is on a roll. Summer body, here I come.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law & Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Cheers to 50 years of the Players. Here's to the jaw-dropping Eagles, 60-foot birdies,
Better than most.
and that one pesky seagull. Here's to making an entrance, making a statement,
It's not a shot you practice.
and making a splash. All at the PGA Tour's gold standard, the Players' Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. This is Coast TV News Today.
It's now 6:29 on your Monday morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for joining us as we continue on Coast TV News Today. We're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi to help you prepare as you head out the door. And Bob, it's a great day to help prepare people because honestly, I don't know what they need. I think they should just bring everything to be a little prepared.
Bring your umbrella just in case, Paige, because it's one of those incidents where you might not necessarily need the umbrella. You can just put the hood on and run to your car because we are seeing these hit and miss showers right now. Nothing especially heavy. Bridgeville to Ellendale and Lewis back through Hardscrabble towards Highway 9, seeing some of these light showers. Also southern Delaware into areas of Maryland, seeing some light showers, light rain, and maybe a wet snowflake possibly mixed in. And we're seeing a few showers along the eastern shore right now. This system is small. It's going to be out of here in the next couple of hours. And behind it, we're looking at drier air. So inland areas seeing upper 30s right now, cold enough for maybe some ice pellets and some light snow flurries, but not along the coast where we have temperatures in the lower 40s. We're looking at a southwesterly breeze right now, as feels like temperatures are into the 30s. So it's kind of raw out there with the showers and snowflakes, and we'll see those clouds in this system moving through, with the clouds clearing out mid-morning. By 11:30, we're into the mid-50s. By early afternoon, 50s and low 60s. So it'll be pleasant and staying pretty mild as we go into the evening hours. If you're taking the ferry, we're looking at the rain early on, low 40s, but then the sun coming out later, warming from the 40s into the low 50s.
So much happening today. There's going to be a public workshop at Cape Henlopen High School on DelDOT's 5 Points project. The hybrid meeting will be giving people the opportunity to hear about the progress. This project promises safer intersections and better bike paths for biking and walking. Officials will also share updates on other transportation around the 5 Points area. This workshop takes place from 6 to 8 p.m. And also happening today, Rehoboth Beach working with DelDOT to build sidewalks in the town. According to the city, this project is scheduled to begin along State Road and is expected to take around 3 weeks to build sidewalks from School Lane to Stokely Street extended. The city says that a schedule of this project has been sent already to homeowners in Rehoboth Beach. Ocean City's mayor and city council are calling for proposals from qualified vendors for the Convention Center Life Safety Improvements Project. This project is to add safety upgrades to the Convention Center. The town says any interested parties can obtain bid documents from the town's procurement department, and those final bids are due today. The Cape Henlopen School District will be holding a referendum March 26 from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Locals will be asked to vote for or against a tax increase to support a state-approved, locally funded project for a new district office, bus maintenance facility, and other operating costs. 3 meetings will be held before that referendum to provide information about this project. The first meeting will be happening Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the Love Creek Elementary School Media Center. On to Michigan, where the South Carolina primary in the rearview mirror, Nikki Haley focusing on the Great Lakes state. The former UN ambassador vowing to stay in the race despite losing in her home state to former President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the upcoming primaries will test Biden's ability to navigate dissent with his own party for his response to the Israel war with Hamas. NBC's Alice Barr shows us what's next with the candidates in this race for the White House.
After sweeping to victory in South Carolina's Republican primary over the weekend, former President Trump has his sights set on the general election.
If I had the right to do it, I'd do it tomorrow. I'd say we're having an election tomorrow.
The home state loss for Nikki Haley, followed by a potentially even more damaging blow. The powerful Koch network saying it will stop funding her presidential bid. Nevertheless, she's campaigning in Michigan ahead of tomorrow's primary and calling out Donald Trump.
He, as a Republican incumbent, didn't get 40% of the vote of the primary. And so the issue at hand is he's not going to get the 40% if he's going and calling out my supporters and saying they're barred permanently from MAGA.
Some Michigan progressives are pushing to have Democrats vote uncommitted over President Biden on Tuesday in protest of his support for Israel's war against Hamas amid the devastation in Gaza. The critical swing state's Democratic governor weighing in.
There's a lot of pain all across all of these communities. It's important not to lose sight of the fact that any vote that's not cast for Joe Biden supports a second Trump term.
The Biden campaign out with a new ad accusing former President Trump of sabotaging a bipartisan border security bill.
Donald Trump roots against America every chance he gets.
Polls show the border and immigration are a top issue for voters and a key vulnerability for President Biden. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And this comes as tomorrow the president is set to host top congressional leaders at the White House to press for more funding for Ukraine and Israel to avert a looming government shutdown that could happen later this week. We have an update now on a story about robocalls that sounded like President Biden that were discouraging people from voting in the New Hampshire primary. Steve Kramer, a political consultant for Biden's Democratic primary challenger Representative Dean Phillips, said he commissioned an AI-generated robocall impersonating the president. Now, Phillips and his campaign denounced the robocalls. They said they had no knowledge of Kramer's involvement. They would have terminated him immediately if they had known. Kramer said he came up with the idea of the hoax on his own, and he created the robocall to what he says bring awareness to the dangers of AI in politics. Well, still more news to get to. Don't go anywhere. Coming up this morning, a great turnout at our Draper Media Job Fair over the weekend. We're telling you about the opportunities that were available to attendees. And a masquerade ball over the weekend hosted by our very own Madeline Overturf. We'll tell you how those proceeds will help children in the first state. And another Hispanic culture celebration took place in Bethany Beach over the weekend. We're telling you why one dancer says the group is so important to her. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Look who's cooking for Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. Volunteer chefs from local realtors compete for the best appetizers, entrees, and desserts, and you can try them all. It's an evening of tasty treats, raffles, and door prizes at the St. Jude Parish Center on March 21st at 6 p.m. in Lewis. For more information about the event and to get your tickets, go to sussexcountyhabitat.org. We'll see you, Delmarva, at the Look Who's Cooking Challenge, March 21st in Lewis.
We'll go dancing, dancing, dancing with the shadows, dancing with your shadows.
I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Dance, dance the night away.
1025 WBOC.
Honesty, integrity, bravery. Here is what we can face together.
Incoming.
Let's go.
I've had this policy of not mixing my work and romantic life until now.
I have no doubts you will make a great leader.
It's like you said, Chief. Change is inevitable. I'm no good without the job. You know that.
You've got the team. I've got you.
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Just about 6:38 on this somewhat cloudy Monday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, 37 in Laurel. Seeing some light showers, maybe a snowflake inland, but for the majority of us, it is some light rain. It's brief as the system is moving through. We're seeing that kind of hit and miss in Delaware, Georgetown, Lewis, back through Gumboro, into areas of Maryland around Salisbury to Ocean Pine. Some very light rain, and that's also the case for the Eastern Shore. This will be out of here the next couple of hours, and then we'll start the drying process and warming it up. 37 in Georgetown, 38 Delmar, 38 Salisbury, 42 in Bethany Beach. So a little rain on the windshield this morning. I gave it the yellow light for the morning commute, and the green light for this evening, dry and mild. Make sure to call the First Alert weather line. It's 443-880-9100. It's sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Happening now, a scam alert for everyone at home to pay attention to. We don't want you to lose your money, so listen up. Karen Falk, the executive director of the Milton Chamber of Commerce, sent out a letter saying her name and the name of other community members in town are being used in an email blast that tries to get the unsuspecting to buy Target gift cards and then send them the codes on the back. The email address is executivem-021@gmail, and the subject line is a momentous appeal. So this is a scam. Please do not fall for it. Do not send any money and do not send any gift card information. Well, it's never a good idea to run from the police, but that was still the decision one man made in Milford earlier this month. It was just before midnight, February 17th. Milford police saw a driver who's now identified as 27-year-old Kyle Comstock of Milford swerving on the Milford-Harrington Highway. The officer tried to pull the truck over, but then Comstock took off. After a short police chase, he was caught. A DUI test was conducted, and Comstock was deemed under the influence. In addition to that, during a car search, 4 unloaded guns were found. Comstock has been charged with disregarding a police signal, possession of firearms while under the influence, a DUI, and other charges. In better news, 15 adults and 15 children from the folkloric Ballet Mexico Lindo of the Hispanic American Association of Delaware performed this weekend at St. Martha's Episcopal Church in Bethany Beach. Really beautiful video here. Take a look at this. With the purpose of showcasing the Mexican culture, the group performed to more than 90 people. These dances represented 10 different states of Mexico. We spoke to one of the dancers who shared how she feels about being part of this group.
I feel so proud of that because that gives me the opportunity to spread the culture where I come from. This is ballet classic from Mexico, so that makes me feel so proud of that. And even my little girl danced with me, so I think I can show her about her culture, her roots, and the heritage.
And the group is already looking forward to more presentations in Sussex County in the upcoming months. Some traffic news for you now. Drivers in Milford, be advised there is scheduled road work beginning today. You can see the area that it's happening right there on your screen. This will happen at North Washington Street between Northeast Front Street and Northeast 2nd Street. DelDOT says workers will be there to upgrade pedestrian connections and install new pavement patching, along with removing the brick crosswalk on that street. The work will go through March 1st and detours will be posted. Also, a road in Georgetown closed. Johnson Road closed between Anderson Corner and Simpler Branch Roads. This closure is expected to also go through March 1st. According to DelDOT, the closure is to allow for the installation of a crossroad pipe. A detour is in place to guide drivers toward Anderson Corner Road and Route 5. Hey Delmarva, hope you had a great weekend. Here's what's happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
We are previewing a story about how saltwater is affecting the farmlands here on coastal Delmarva.
Definitely need to hear that. We're also having some laughs, though. It's Pistachio Day, oddly enough, so we have some pistachio jokes for you. And of course, the end of February, we are wrapping up Black History Month, a free local film that you can check out. We have a preview of that as well. All that and more Monday at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
Love pistachios. Looking forward to that indeed. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies, even some blue skies, a little bit of everything this morning. Tunnel and razor cam and seeing some light showers as well. Those will be out of here the next couple of hours. We've got spring-like warmth the next few days of mild temperatures and showers and heavier rain and wind for Wednesday. It's a yellow alert day. I'll have the details coming up after the break.
Take your seat for the 8th Annual Ocean City Film Festival, March 7th through 10th. Enjoy 100 independent films and meet the people who made them. We're welcoming the legendary John Waters, live on stage with his Hairspray movie at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center on March 9th. Tickets start at just $59. Come on down and stay in an oceanfront hotel room starting at only $89 per night. Discover how to fest and get your passes at ocndfilmfestival.com.
Solo Cup Saturday night with me, Jared, 7 to 9 every Saturday on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated.
On The Jennifer Hudson Show, I surprise another kid with their favorite celebrity. Plus, Derek Huff is back.
Monday at 2 on CoastTV.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The CoastTV First Alert Weather Team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
It is 6 6:44 on this Monday morning. We are going to take a live look right now at Rehoboth Beach, one of my favorite places to watch the sunrise, and that explains it right there, Bob. That's why I love it, isn't it? Do you have a favorite place or a favorite way to watch the sunrise?
Well, 99% of the time I'm in the studio here at CoastTV. Paige, but besides that, I'd say probably on the beach somewhere, holding a cup of coffee with my wife, just enjoying the sunrise, and you can do that this morning. We've got the sun, we've got clouds, and we've got showers as well. Nothing all that heavy, but a few showers are out there, pretty light. Looks like they're diminishing, but around Georgetown and Lewis, we're seeing some showers, and then farther south on into Gumboro, back into Ocean Pines, and Salisbury, back towards the coast, also seeing maybe some light rain and showers, and kind of the back edge of this system across the eastern shore, some light showers for you. This is just a weak disturbance that's moving through, triggering some of these showers, but it'll be out of here in the next couple of hours. And behind it, we're seeing drier air that's starting to build in. So once the system moves out, we'll get into the sunshine and it will start to warm up. But it's not warm right now. It's into the upper 30s. So inland areas may be cold enough to support a snowflake or two. Otherwise, just some cold rain showers and then lower 40s along the coast as we have a light southwesterly breeze, and those feels like temperatures, well, it feels pretty raw and cold out there, feeling like 30s. So we'll see this disturbance moving through this morning with the clouds, very light rain, maybe a snowflake. Then the clouds start to thin out, I think, mid-morning, and by noon we're into the mid-50s, and I think we're in the upper 50s and lower 60s by 3:30. So it'll be feeling much better then with some sunshine. As we go through this evening, we're looking at clouds and also some clear skies as well, and a southerly wind, which will keep our temperatures warmer into the upper 40s. And by Tuesday morning, this is more like a very mild start then, with middle 40s, mid 50s, mid-morning, and we're well into the 60s as we go into the afternoon with cloudy skies and showers building in as we go later in the afternoon, and especially into the evening and overnight, staying very mild, and the winds really starting to pick up, especially as we go into Tuesday night, as we're looking at winds gusting at least 30 miles per hour, maybe over 40 miles per hour as we go into Wednesday morning. Very windy at that time, and that's why it's a yellow alert day for the wind and rain. Here comes a cold front. You can see that wind shift as we go into Wednesday night and Thursday, and we'll track that front on Futurecast. And here it comes, that heavier rain as we go into Wednesday evening, maybe a rumble of thunder as well as the system moves through, and then it's pretty much out of here as we go into your Thursday morning. And as far as rainfall amounts, maybe a third of an inch to about a half inch or 3/4 of an inch of rain, depending on where you are. So the combination of the rain plus that wind is giving us that yellow alert day on your Wednesday. Here's your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. 60 today, 65 on Tuesday with the rain showers, and then Wednesday highlighted in yellow for the rain later in the day, the thunder and the gusty winds as well, and then sharply colder behind this system. Thursday 47, Friday 49 degrees. So winter returns those 2 days, but then it's back to spring-like warmth by this weekend. 57 showers Saturday, and by Sunday 61 and a few more rain showers.
Even more weather updates. Pull out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free and get all the weather updates that you need. If you're a family living in the Milford School District, listen to this. The district is hosting a Parenting for Resilience information session Wednesday at Milford High School. It's open to all district families, and the event offers insights into social, emotional learning and strategies for building resilience. There's also going to be a discussion about student expectations within the school system. This initiative aims to equip parents with the tools necessary to support their children's success in and out of the classroom. Are you a veteran? Maybe someone with a veteran in your life. You may be interested in the latest VA updates in Delaware. On Thursday, there will be a veteran town hall meeting in Millsboro where you can hear from U.S. Veteran Affairs leadership on updates for the state. They're going to be covering health care for veterans and will have resources available for veterans. All of this happening at the American Legion Post 28 beginning at 5 p.m. The 10th annual Masquerade Ball was held this weekend at the Hyatt Event Center in Dewey Beach. CoastTV's Madeline Overturf was the MC for the event. The event supports the Boys and Girls Club of Delaware and included silent auctions and live auctions, dancing, and dinner. That live auction this year was to send kids to summer camp. A great cause there. This weekend, the annual Draper Media Job Fair that took place at Del Tech in Georgetown. Over 1,000 job seekers came out to network with the over 30 companies that participated in that fair. The job fair aims to help people of all skill sets find the perfect job for them, all conveniently under one roof. Well, it is now 6:49. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day. A very adorable coastal pet of the day today. We're talking about Susie. Susie spending a relaxing day on the couch, which is exactly what Bob and I did this weekend. Relax on the couch. Susie was sent to us by Haley in Longneck. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can do that a few ways. Send us photos of your pets. Tell us what makes them so special. Scan that QR code right there on your screen, and you can do that, just that, and watch weekdays 5 to 7 to see all the pets we feature.
Yeah, I think Susie was relaxing a little more than I was, but I get the picture. It was a nice weekend to relax. And look at this gorgeous sunrise on our Boardwalk Plaza camera right now. Well, we've got some clouds, a few showers, maybe a wet snowflake the next couple of hours, then the big warm up as we go through the next couple of days. Wednesday is a yellow alert day for rain and wind, and then kind of a roller coaster ride temperature wise. I'll have your weekend forecast, including your 10-day forecast after the break.
Draper Media is seeking a passionate field correspondent for our daily and commercially driven lifestyle and entertainment show, Coast Life. You'll provide live coverage, produce pre-recorded programs, and maintain a strong digital presence. Candidates must have a dynamic on-air personality, be innovative, and show versatility while working with our clients. Learn more and apply today at drapermediajobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law and Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Unreal.
Hi, gang. Good to see y'all.
It's National Geographic Week. 2 special wedges.
Look at this.
Once in a lifetime cruise.
So you're going on an expedition cruise to Baja California.
Monday at 7 on Coast TV.
Next Jeopardy. The wait is over.
This is the biggest tournament of champions ever.
And it's off to a flying start.
Correct again. Oh, yeah.
Monday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Look at my shoe. They're scuffed. I look like a school administrator.
Show me what you got.
It's real now.
Mind if I take my dress off?
I do not.
I am a human chill pill.
As someone who took chill pills in the 80s, you need a new dealer.
Didn't you always say we should be honest about who we are?
Within the family, yes. But to outsiders, it's a lifetime of deception.
Night Court and Extended Family, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
It is 6:53. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. We have an update on the story about the robocalls sounding like President Biden that were discouraging people from voting in the New Hampshire primary. Steve Kramer, a political consultant for Biden's Democratic primary challenger, Representative Dean Phillips, said he commissioned an AI-generated robocall impersonating the president. Now, Phillips and his campaign denounced the robocalls. They said they had no knowledge of Kramer's involvement, and they would have immediately terminated him if they had known. Kramer said he came up with the idea of the hoax on his own, and he created the robocalls to bring awareness to the dangers of AI in politics. A fire in Salisbury kept firefighters busy last night. You can see the extent of that fire on your screen right now. According to the Salisbury Fire Department, first responders tackled that blaze at a home on East Church Street. It was a little after 8 p.m. last night. That fire was shooting out of the windows of that home. As of right now, there are no injuries reported. AT&T is reimbursing customers for Thursday's network outage. Tens of thousands of customers last Thursday dealt with error messages or no service connection. AT&T said it'll issue a $5 credit to potentially impacted customers, which they say is the average cost of a full day of service. The Federal Communications Commission says it is still investigating this incident. Delaware Superior Court struck down laws to expand early voting and permanent absentee voting in the first state. In 2022, the state's GOP chair, Jane Brady, argued the new legislation violated Delaware's constitution, which says voting must happen on a specific day. But then over the weekend, a number of Democratic politicians spoke out against the court's ruling. They say early voting and absentee votes let more people access the ballot box. Credit card debt, it's surging in the U.S. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says credit card debt hit a new high of $1.1 trillion from October through just December. But some economists say the debt level is actually not as alarming as it may seem. They say workers are still commanding robust wage gains, the stock market's on pretty solid footing, and attitudes toward the economy have improved in recent months. Well, the 13th annual SAG-AFTRA Awards took place Saturday in Los Angeles, and one of the highlights of the night was when actress Jennifer Aniston and actor Bradley Cooper presented Barbra Streisand with SAG's Life Achievement Award. Streisand was honored for her illustrious 6-decade career, which included many breakthrough moments for women. The 81-year-old thanked SAG-AFTRA for the Lifetime Achievement Award and called it a privilege to be part of the acting profession. Very sweet there. She looked fantastic too. All right, it is 6:55 now. It is time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door, Bob. Today is an especially good day to have the CoastTV weather app because it's going to be changing all day.
It is changing. You know, we had the frost early this morning, Paige. Then we saw the showers move in. Could be a few wet snowflakes still mixed in as well. So you really, we're wearing many hats in the weather department this morning. You might need the umbrella out the door. You might not, really, depending on where you are. We're looking at scattered showers across Del Mar, but this will be in here the next hour or so. Here's your day part forecast. We're looking at the showers the next couple of hours, and then we start to dry it out. And then by the afternoon, we're much warmer into the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 60 today, 65 on Tuesday. The winds pick up. We'll see some scattered showers. And then Wednesday is a, yellow alert day as we're looking at a high of 67 with showers and rain and wind later in the day. Thursday and Friday is much colder behind that front. By next weekend, we're, looking at more showers, 50s and 60s, and then keeping it in the 60s the following week with more showers.
Feel it, Bob. Spring is coming, slowly but surely. Thank you. All right, well, thank you all so much for joining us on Coast TV News today. Don't forget the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m. And as always, we'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick around. And for even more news and coverage you can count on, of course, download the Coast TV News and weather apps. You will stay updated with the ever-changing weather all day long. Have a fantastic Monday morning, everybody.